Alright, today we return to Historic with a tribal deck this time. And it's not one of the main ones that you might be expecting. This is Tribal Wolves in Historic. A pretty cool one. We have a lot of wolves that have been printed over the years in Magic, and I would say that this is definitely in a playable state. You have not only creatures that have the wolf and werewolf type, but you also have things like Garruk who care about wolves. You have things like Moonlight Hunt that care about wolves. A lot of cards have been printed, and I think that we have enough to kind of scrape together a deck list. So what we're doing today here is trying to just play a bunch of impactful wolves. Some of these are going to be the rares like Nightpack Amateur, which we've seen in Simic Flash back in the day in Standard. Things like Howlpack Piper, which are often used as sort of a show and tell type effect, but for us are going to be pretty good. This one happens to be a werewolf, so it's not really going to trigger the same wolf things that we want to be seeing, but werewolf is mentioned in things like Nightpack Amateur, Moonlight Hunt, and all these sort of things. But the big ones are Tolsimir Friend to Wolves and Tolsimir Midnight's Light. Now, this is a creature that cares mostly about the wolf creatures. Midnight's Light is one of the newer ones from March of Machines. On ETB, make a 5/5, that's a legendary, and when a wolf attacks, if Tolsimir attacked as well, you get to force a block, which is nice. And then Tolsimir Friend to Wolves makes Voha a Friend to Elves, a 3/3, and when a wolf enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and the creature fights. And actually, we do want to, that's the reason I didn't go with 4 of these, because I only have 3 Tolsimirs. And I think I'm probably going to stick with keeping these, even though you may want to go with 4 Tolsimirs, because the fight effect typically is the better one, and gaining life is also pretty good. But we're going to run with it as is today. Another good one is Tovolar's Huntmaster. On ETB, you get to make 2 green wolf tokens, and if you don't cast spells, you go to the Nightbound version of it, which basically allows you to fight on demand, which is pretty cool. And also, if you attack, you will also get more wolf tokens. And this is kind of a good combo / synergy with Nightpack Ambusher and Garruk, because once you resolve either Nightpack or Garruk, well, you're going to be getting some good value out of just using their abilities. Nightpack Ambusher's just being, you don't cast a spell, you get something. Garruk's being, he's a planeswalker, so you can just make these wolf tokens. Tovolar's Huntmaster should be able to be flipped relatively easy, especially as things like Tolsimir's sitting on the battlefield will work with these cards in order to, gain you value. Howlpack Piper is also in that theme of being able to help out with the Nightpack Ambusher and Tovolar's once it's down, because you'll just spend your mana on directly putting cards into play rather than doing any casting. Another cool one is Cemetery Prowler. I'm only running 3 of these again because I only have 3 copies. This is probably one of the better cards in the deck, but for 3 green mana, you get a card that exiles cards from graveyards on attack, or ETB, I guess. And if you're able to exile creatures, well, then everything you cast will be cheaper. This is great because a lot of our top end has at least 2 pips of generic mana that could be discounted up to 4 if you're looking at a Tovolar's Huntmaster. So Cemetery Prowler is pretty darn good. If we play a lot of things early, they die, and we recycle them out of the graveyard. And taking a look at the early end here, we have Moonlight Hunt, a very cool removal spell specifically made for wolf or werewolves. Pretty much all of the things that are on the battlefield will be able to chunk down our opponent's creatures, hopefully. And with things like Tenacious Pup that give us counters on our creatures, potentially, we can get a lot of damage going out. Packsong Pup is another thing in that same sort of vibe, with the beginning of combat giving us a 1/1 if we control another wolf or werewolf, and then this one gives us life when it dies, so that's pretty good. Ranger class makes us a 2/2, and on the level 2 we can make our creatures bigger when they attack. Level 3 is good for card advantage, and overall I'd say Ranger class is a good fit for this deck. And then because we need some sort of removal, Assassin's Trophy is in the deck here. Should be pretty solid. Now, because we are tribal, we do run Cavern of Souls here, although we will need to be making some decisions over the course of this game. Wolf is the primary type here, but we can also end up running Werewolf if it really comes down to it. Tovolar's Huntmaster and Howlpack Piper are both werewolves, so we'll have to make a decision of whether the first one is wolf and then the second is werewolf, or if we end up running 2 Cavern of Souls on wolf, given the amount of wolves we have in this deck. Either way, we'll see how it works. Should be some fun games. The curve is nice. We're really nice and spread out, you can see here. And yeah, overall, it's a fun deck. Ran into it on the ladder and thought I had to play it for you guys. Mana base is just going to be our black, white, green Abzan colors. And we do run mostly untapped lands with the exception of Lush Portico and the other Surveil lands. So this is Historic Wolves. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this one. I get the feeling that this will be a pretty fun tribal set of games. So let's hop it around 1, and before we do, make sure to like and comment on the video. Helps me out with the algorithms, and subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are gearing up towards the release of Modern Horizons 3, in which we'll have a lot of timeless viable cards that will probably be shaking up the formats. So watch out for those. We'll see what sorts of strategies these new cards legitimize in Historic and Timeless and the other Eternal formats here on the Arena. With that being said, here comes round 1. Alright, opponents kept a hand of 7 here, and I'm left with something that I don't really regard as very strong. Moonlight Hunt doesn't really do much because I don't have wolves or werewolves, so I think I probably end up mulliganing this one. And Tolsimir is a 5-drop off of 3 lands. Not super great. We have our pups right off the bat and the Moonlight Hunt, so I think this one is a lot better. We'll keep this 6, probably getting rid of the Tolsimir. And we do have to play off Surveil lands, so we'll be a turn behind here. It's totally fine, though. Cemetery Prowler is a good one. We'll Surveil here. Want to make sure that our green is here. There's our turn 3 Cemetery Prowler. Might end up playing it tapped, honestly. We'll see. Or I think I actually play this now on Wolf. And then I think we just go maybe Tenacious Pup into Paxong Pup. Maybe we go Paxong Pup now. I could have done Ranger Class. That would have probably been also pretty decent. It doesn't matter because we have our 3rd land here. If I shock in, we get a Cemetery Prowler, and off of 2 lands, I'm not sure they kill that. We get to go in here. They don't seem to have anything to remove my creature, so that's great. Oh, it's Colossus Hammer, that's why. Will we be attaching it this turn? Doesn't look like it. That's good. Nothing here, I believe, destroys artifacts, sadly. Moonlight Hunt will be good, and that is an instant, so we'll Surveil here. I think we do want to land. We'll just slowly play out what we can hold Moonlight Hunt around. Let's attack. That's 6 damage. Exile a card from our graveyard. There's no target, sadly. But with Moonlight Hunt, we hopefully will get there. At the very least, it's a 2-turn clock here. Let's see if we can avoid the Colossus Hammer for 1 more turn. Dwarven Hammer. Dwarven Hammer does not do anything right now. If we shock here, it really has no bearing. So we'll put this tapped, go Ranger Class, make another Wolf. Still holding up Moonlight Hunt. Get in there. Nothing to exile again. Opponents at 4 should about have this one next turn, unless they do something crazy that I can't Moonlight Hunt through. And this Moonlight Hunt does hit for 10, which is pretty darn good. Colossus Hammer will survive that, though. Alright, looks like we might end up having this one. Feels pretty good. A white mana Sigarda's Aid could make it bad for us, but I kind of struggle to see how they would also have anything to do here. Another Cacophony Scamp, sure. But then what does Colossus Hammer get equipped on? Alright, move to my turn, sure. Moonlight Hunt number 2. I mean, it seems pretty good. Tolsimir Friend to Wolves is nice, but I think we just attack in, right? Boom, boom. Get in there. Exile a card, no targets. Moonlight Hunt in case they do anything crazy, and I think this is the game. Alright, opponent agrees as well. So kind of weird hammer time matchup. I think they just kind of fell flat on the colors that they needed or the cards that they needed. But either way, that is a win for us kind of executing our game plan. Unfortunately, no Cemetery Prowler exiling could happen this game, but you know, if the game goes this short, it doesn't really matter. Let's hop into round 2 and see what the next game brings for us. Alright, round 2. Paxon Pup, Cemetery Prowler, Howlpack Piper, not bad. Nightpack Ambusher is good eventually if we get 4 mana. We have to use our Surveil lands to find more lands though. Llanowar Elves here. Take a Surveil. We're probably just looking for a land here. Tolsimir is not the move on 3 lands. Then I think I probably shock here to get a Paxon Pup out. Take my turn 3 off. We see a scary sight on the other side here, which is an Elvish Archdruid. I think we take that away and give them a land instead. That is less mana than they would have. So then our Paxong Pup goes on turn 3 with this Underground Mortuary. And hopefully Nightpack Ambusher is going to be in the way. Howlpack Piper could actually be the move, and then we do a next turn kind of deal with the Nightpack Ambusher. Cavern of Souls works, Paxong Pup. Alright. Oh, no, I think I do need to do Nightpack Ambusher. But then Howlpack Piper doesn't play with it. Yeah, I think it's going to be Howlpack Piper. Alright. Hopefully we don't die. Not really looking good for us. We do get to make this bigger. No attacks. And then next turn, we spend our turn Howlpack Pipering. Nothing to exile, sad. Oh, actually the Elvish Archdruid can be exiled. Alright, they're getting wide. That's not good. We can go Temple Garden Shocked here, but then that doesn't work with Howlpack Piper, so we will activate. If it's a wolf or a werewolf, we untap, so we go Cemetery Prowler. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we go Nightpack Ambusher after a Tolsimir, because Tolsimir gains us life. Alright, make a 3/3. We'll kill the Imperious Perfect. Kill that. Oh, Hexproof and Indestructible. That's unfortunate. And then maybe the Temple Garden comes in. Pay 2 life. That means we can get our Cemetery Prowler in, and then we can also attack something. Maybe the Allosaurus Shepherd. This means that Nightpack Ambusher can't trigger, but it's not in the battlefield, so it doesn't matter. We'll gain some life at the very least. Let's kill the Shepherd. And then we want to take the Elvish Archdruid here. Good fight. We're back at 19 health. Paxong Pup. Could trade for any of these things. It's not particularly good, so I'll just chill. Eventually it'll need to block and gain me life. Alright. And yeah, Tolsimir does not untap Howlpack Piper. That was a little bit backwards. So now we can go with the Howlpack Piper. Activate. We put in the Nightpack Ambusher, and then because I don't have enough mana to also do Tenacious Pup plus Moonlight Hunt, we just go like this. And then Nightpack Ambusher will chill. We don't want to activate Howlpack Piper right now. We can do it on their end step with Tenacious Pup, but I pretty much just continue to make sure that Nightpack Ambusher can start to take out these creatures, and we should be good. Alright, cool. So that was a pretty strong round 2. Really got to do what the deck wants to do, and we'll move into round 3, 1-1. Alright, here we go. This is round 3. That's a double Nightpack Ambusher hand, which is not really something that I'm looking to keep for these hands. Probably going to mulligan. Tenacious Pup and Cemetery Prowler are the better ones of these. We even find a Garrick. Garrick will be nice. We'll drop the most expensive card off here, and it looks like it'll be a Lush Portico early. And we do actually find that Nightpack Ambusher after all. Godless Shrine, a land is fine. Cemetery Prowler, we're looking tough on being able to cast that, however. If worst comes to worst, Assassin's Trophy can be mana fixing for us. It's really slow, but... Alright, Godless Shrine. I think we just put this tapped. Get a Tenacious Pup, get our boon. Any green mana gets us Cemetery Prowler, which is great. It also could potentially get us Nightpack Ambusher if we don't get it next turn through Locklane. Ooh, Rotting Regisaur. So they are going to be big. I think we wait until their turn where they discard, then we kill the Rotting Regisaur. No tax. End turn. That will trigger. Let's kill the Rotting Regisaur. While that's on the stack, we'll need to counter this if this is a deck that does that. Looks like not. And now they're forced to discard. Cool. So that kind of works out well for us. They'll find white, sure. And they will discard. Farm to market. Alright, sure. Gotta watch out for our attacking creatures. Shouldn't send anything too good in. And we're kind of just stuck looking for another green mana source. There are enough that exist in this deck. But now we have to do it with this stupid Teferi being in the way. So, Tenacious Pup's not going to do a whole lot. Teferi will still be ticking up once a turn. Tolsimir's not bad, but we still need another green or white. So, fortunately not going to really be what we need. Move to combat here, attack with Tenacious Pup. And we're going to take 5 if we go for an extra draw here, but I think it's worth it. Draw a card, discard a card, you got it.
Think fast.
Oh, they're on burial rites. Okay, so what are we reanimating then? Oh, okay, I see a Shieldred here. That's not good for me. Now, a Nightpack Ambusher does work against Shieldred. So what's going to happen is I think we die no matter what. A Garruk is maybe the next thing that we need to do. But then we just die in 6-point chunks. That is the green mana source. Unfortunately, this is going to mean that Tenacious Pup dies. Tolsimir is almost good. Actually, yeah, I think Tolsimir into Nightpack Ambusher is what we need to do here. Move to my turn, sack a creature. Sure. We'll go like this, Tolsimir. Tolsimir does have lifelink, which is nice. This will work well with Tenacious Pup. And then, if something goes bad, we go Garruk and get around Shieldred that way. We make a 5/5. Shieldred can't attack. They'll have to wait till our next step. I don't know how phasing out works. Like, they can kind of... I think if I order the triggers correctly, it'll not allow them to choose what creature dies. Okay, here comes Jin-Gitaxias. I think we're just going to get Praetored out here. Rule of Law. That is pretty gnarly. I think we're just getting locked down here. They have Settled the Wreckage as well. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. So Rotting Regisaur, Shieldred. What an interesting deck.
Ideas like seconds are fleeting.
Oh, let's see what happens here. We can flash in a Nightpack Ambusher. Is that what I want to do? It's either Garruk or Nightpack. I think we're going to get rid of the 5/5. If we Surveil here, that's not bad. I think Jin-Gitaxias counters the Artifact Instant or Sorcery spell. That's fine. I think we just go Surveil, play Nightpack Ambusher. We're going to have to lose Tolsimir, but then we go even on Shieldred. So Garruk is good. Nightpack Ambusher. Alright. And then, of course, if they just have anything that is straight up damage, it's going to be bad for us.
Think fast.
Looking tough here. What'll they be taking here? Rotting Regisaur, sure. Ah, Void Rend, darn. So they're going to take my whole board here. Nightpack Amateur is gone. Probably Garrick is going to be next. We have 2 Garrick options. I think Garrick probably just kills a 6/6. But then that's not really going to matter here. We would have needed to draw a board wipe, which we don't have. Okay, looks like that'll probably be death here. I think even if I were to Garrick and 0, it doesn't really matter either because they have 3 attackers. Brutal. Alright, well, we'll sack a creature. Doesn't totally matter here. We can't even draw into a... a board wipe if we were to have one. We'll go Garrick, at least take out the Shieldred. Bam bam. And we can see what our draw a card would have been. Oh, Void Rend even comes down. Alright, sure. Looking super dead now, that's unfortunate. Alright, and I think we're going to go ahead and lose the next turn. Tough breaks here. Opponent definitely coming in with a absolute banger with double Shieldred in the graveyard. Just something that we weren't able to overcome. They'll get in for another 12, and we will be dead on to round 4. Alright, opponent is on a mulligan here, and that's a good sign for me. They'll keep 6. We keep a hand with Tenacious Weapon, Pack Song Pup. That eventually gets us into a Howlpack Piper. Looking to get the Shadowy Backstreet on turn 3 and an untapped land on turn 4 for the Piper. And then the best thing for me would be to just draw a lot of creature cards like Nightpack Ambusher. Sweet. They're going to make some artifacts, alright. And then they're going to animate some artifacts. Gotcha. Let's put our Pack Song Pup. Alright, we'll have a 3/3 on turn 2, total of 4 power, not bad. Aftermath Analyst, what are we putting in the graveyard? I see a Lazov, that's scary to come back. Everflowing Well, also a little bit scary to come back, but I think that this is meant to just be played on the battlefield, not reanimated. However, we'll see if a Emery comes in. But yeah, Lazov, kind of interesting. So we'll have to probably save Assassin's Trophy for him. We look for a land here. We want only a land. Ranger class is not a land, so it goes away. And then let's get in here with our Trample, Vigilance, 4/4. Lonus Cryptozoologist. Whenever another non-token creature enters, investigate. So we are trying to do clue strategies. So Zonus and Lazov are the 2 ones we need to worry about. Alright, yeah, when they get a lot of clues, Zonus is pretty bad for me. I think this could be a kill her right away moment. Kind of thinking that I hold on that though. They're thinking about doing something. Is it, actually really don't know what it is. Not sure what they could have priority for. But we're passing to the end of their turn, and then I think I gotta decide if I want to Assassin's Trophy their Lonus yet. I think that they need to have more than 1 clue before I'm afraid of her, so we'll chill. And well, maybe opponent decided that they wanted to go to bed. It is pretty late right now. It looks like they may just end up roping out. That's unfortunate. We'll give them a few seconds to come back, and then maybe we just re-record. I just stopped recording, and as soon as I did that, they're back. So we are continuing things here. I am going to not make my move here. Find the Temple Garden, we go Howlpack Piper. The double block is now not great for them. We attack in. Opponent is really on their rope right now. They did actually come back, which is interesting. So maybe they are just reading cards or something like that. Hard to say. Yeah, I guess there's nothing for me to do other than sit back and wait. They will rope again. This time, they do come back. I was about to say it didn't look like they were coming back. Well, they are here. Might have been alt-tabbed reading something, who knows. We'll play an Eye of the Hive Tyrant to go for Egon, God of Death, which I believe exiles 2 cards from the graveyard. They only have 3, so this is fine. He doesn't make clues, right? Throne of Death, fine. Yeah, not super worried about that. We can kill at instant speed. We can also Nightpack Ambusher now. Get our Nightpack Ambusher in. They will need to allow this to resolve. Boom, boom. And then we do get to untap. Everything gets bigger. I think we could attack with the Paxong Pup. This may be a good block for them with Egon. Yeah, that makes sense. Do I Assassin's Trophy now? I mean, that does put them to 3. Kind of interested in that. I might have done that prior to combat, but it's fine. Unfortunately, this does hurt my Nightpack Ambusher strategy. It is what it is, though. They will get to search for a land. Let's see if anything else happens. Alright. Well, we'll trample through for 7. They go to 3. And we begin a slow death for them. I believe this is 2 clues, right? Lonus does do something with 2 clues. It's not going to be something that's very good, though, so... A lot of thought going down. This is going to be the Lazov that we were worried about. So they're going to investigate. Whenever you sack a clue... Okay, so he has to exile first. So they can Egon... Egon's, I think, the only target here. Probably kill Lazov, then. Reanimate is a thing that could be in their hand. Alright, we're going to get through. Howlpack Piper is going to be nice. I would like to wait until their turn to do anything, however. So let's move to combat. Paxong Pup gets bigger. I think they're actually just dead now. Okay, so they're going to last minute attempt at Lonus here. Top 3, will they find a 3-drop? Okay, nothing to do here. Did not hit anything with CMC 3 or less, so it looks like we are through. Alright, we're going to finally get opponent after quite a lot of rope here. Unfortunately, they played a little bit slow, so we won't be re-recording this one, but final round is coming up next. Stick with me and hopefully we'll find a good one. Alright, last round. Paxong Pup is nice. Cemetery Prowler is also nice. We do have the Wolf Cavern of Souls. I'm happy. Segovian Angel. Alright, that is a cause for alarm because angels are kind of a problem for me. If we can fight them early enough, it's good. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of bad. Ooh, Flowering of the White Tree. So they're going to get really efficient with these cards that come down. Paxong Pup is just okay now. I could Assassin's Trophy their Flowering of the White Tree. I think I wait a turn for that. We'll go Wolf now. Paxong Pup. No trigger, but we're probably going to look for a Cemetery Prowler next turn. Take some damage. Alright. They only played 2 lands so far this game. Here's Cemetery Prowler. We're getting ready for Nightpack Ambusher. Nothing to exile, sadly, but we do get a 2-2 out. Let's attack in, see if they want to trade. A good trade for me, not a good one for them. Alright. Starnheim Aspirant, going to make those angel spells cheaper. I think that it's high time we Assassin's Trophy something. Let's Assassin's Trophy the Starnheim Aspirant, because then Cemetery Prowler can eat something. I'd much rather kill the White Tree, but unfortunately not going to be the move. We do get to attack. Let's take away this guy and make our Tolsimir and Nightpack Ambusher cheaper. Now we can cast them on the next turn. We can also just get a Pack Song Pup now. Even better. Starnheim Aspirant. Righteous Valkyrie is a problem. At least they're at 12. Conclave Tribunal taking out Cemetery Prowler. Darn. Now we're going to need this land. Will not quite be it. Their thing's already exiled. I think I can do the same thing soon. So Assassin's Trophy for Cemetery Prowler on end step. Or Assassin's Trophy for Righteous Valkyrie now. Or like when they cast the next thing. Yeah, I think for now we just attack. Keep their life total low. Hit for 6. They need their life more than we do. We have Assassin's Trophy on Righteous Valkyrie here. Shalai. Alright, let's kill that. Hopefully the last thing doesn't cost 3. Or 4. They're probably able to play one more spell this turn. Hit just for 2. No land. Assassin's Trophy can get Cemetery Prowler next, I suppose. Kind of important for me. Alright, let's take the Righteous Valkyrie. Trigger. We offer a trade, or a double trade. Just single trade, alright. Might get hit for 5 here. Oh, Avacyn is such a problem. Oh no. What do we do? Nightpack Ambusher can be flashed in next turn, I guess. We eventually grow these things, but yeah, they just have a 10-9 in the air. That's unfortunate. Can't kill Flowering of the White Tree. Well, this is pretty brutally impossible. I think we don't win from this position. Nightpack Ambusher is just something that's on the ground. They have Vigilance with Avacyn. We do need to attack or we're dead, though. Trigger. Attack for lethal. Cemetery Prowler gets my Nightpack Ambusher down to 2 mana. But then it just doesn't really matter. 2 attackers. They can even block in such a way that I don't gain life. Okay, the way they're blocking is actually bad, sure. Alright, so I do gain some life here, who will survive 1 more turn as a result, end turn. But, I mean, I'm not sure that this is really recoverable. Yeah, I mean, my gosh, I think we're dead anyway. What an absolute manhandling here. We're here to 1. Nightpack Ambusher, a little bit too late. My turn. Cemetery Prowler again. I think we don't do anything else. Unfortunate about the lands. We're never quite able to get to Tolsimir. It is what it is, though. Guess we'll go GG next here. Moonlight Hunt doesn't do anything, but I can maybe sadly attempt to kill Shalai. Ward 1 will pay the ward. And Bonker for 12 does not matter. We'll just attack all in, I guess. Let him kill. It's about the end of things here. I think I'm going to go for the re-record of round 5. Don't want to end on a disappointing loss such as this one. Opponent is going to go up to a nuts amount of life, but we will surely be dead here. Alright. Resplendent Angel to top things off. This is a pretty cool build of Angels. A lot of legendaries. And boy did it work. Alright. Let's re-record round 5 here. Go for another quick one. Go get on out of here real quick. Queue up. And I have a belief that this last game will be the one. No matter if it's a good one or a bad one, I think we're ending on this one, so let's hope it's a good one. Got the instant Q. Round 5, V2. Here we go. Howlback Piper on 4. Packsong Pup is kind of our only play until then. It does feel a bit awkward, but if we can survive turn 4, this is a good hand. Lush Portico helps me find a early play or potentially another land. We do find the land, so now we are good on our mana. Turn to Packsong. This is definitely not a hand, by the way, that I would keep in Timeless, just for the record. Golem's Bite takes out the Packsong Pup. We will gain a life. That's fine. Luna's Blackguard. Alright, so what are we doing growing this guy? Just making a bunch of rogues, is it? Enter stopped. Getting to Garrick will be good. Changeling Outcast. Alright, big unblockables. Big unblockables. Alright. Tolsimir is here. Tolsimir is great. We want the other Tolsimir, though, sadly. Howlback Piper can't be countered. Let's hopefully get to the point where we can drop 2 wolves here. Or a wolf and then an elf scout. Nazgul, alright. And these are all wraiths. Brutal. Alright, so we get to move to our turn. We're going to have to discard Godless Shrine and Garrick. It's awkward, but yeah, is what it is. We're at least getting the rest of these cards onto the battlefield. Surveil 1, Cemetery Prowler is a good one, I'd say. Let's activate Howlback Piper. It's on top, and Howlback Piper again. We can make a Tolsimir. And we will submit one. Alright. Got a good blocker. Got a bunch of things going off. We will end up discarding something, sadly. Tolsimir is a legendary that I guess we're down to discard since we already have one on the battlefield. We block where possible here. We will take 7. Will Ring tempt me. We take 9 now. Oh, they're actually going to hold back the Changeling Outcasts, looking for a kill. I think the center's tapped. We go in like this. I think Wild Song Howler makes sense to keep as a 5/5. I mean, Howlback Piper, not super great right now. Let's just push some damage. 3 attacks. We do get to force Nazgul to block, or we get to force Changeling Outcast to block. Hit me for 9. This makes me discard. I think we probably just take a Changeling Outcast. Okay, makes sense. I believe I did not do this correctly because we wanted something that was not Tolsimir to block. We will make another Tolsimir. Let's unlegend rule this one. And yeah, unfortunately, it would have been Una's Blackguard that needs to attack. But actually, opponent says we have it. Kind of confusing, but we're going to come out of this with a win. I think some of our best games are behind us earlier in the episode, but I hope that you stuck till the end and enjoyed what you saw. If you did, make sure to like and comment, helps with the algorithm. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, I'd recommend that you guys check this deck out because it is a really fun one to play. I'm also looking at trying to bridge the gap between the early rounds and the later rounds because I think that this is a deck that really needs to find that middle ground in these turn 3 to turn 4 situations where we sometimes die to the quicker decks in the historic format. With that being said, that'll bring us to the end of the video today. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.